Okay, so I've been thinking about things, and it's it's hard to record things and like get out what I think. It's like I've only had a computer or something that I could record and get my voice heard clearly for like 3, 4 months. All these years, I've been trying to do heart failure and mental hospitals and all this different stuff. And it's like I never needed the mental hospital stuff. Right? When I was 15 or 14, I hit my head, right? And then it was a situation where there were other people involved, but it wasn't like like I never talked to people very much, you know what I mean? So it wasn't like I hit my head with friends or something. Nah, it was like some random dude in the neighborhood. Like I was riding my bike. He got on the bike, but it was a mistake that I made because I went on the front pegs, right? But it's like it's all this stuff where it just wasn't like it's not even a wrong place, wrong time type of thing. It's a literally the way our society is set up. Like I should just die because it's like all the things that happened afterwards. I did not deserve them. It wasn't like, oh, you're an insane person. No, it was like I hit my head and people refused to agree with what I would tell them. Like literally, I would tell them I couldn't remember things. I don't know why I'm here. And it's like apparently in the situation I was in, everyone who's saying that is like the devil or something. And it's like, nah, there's no way that he hit his head. And it's like I had a big scab on the back of my head. I had like I think the cut is the on one of my shoulders. I think the mark is still there, but it's like I had stuff up my leg, and instead of them being like, "Oh, maybe you did hit your head, and maybe what you're telling us, the only thing you can remember is what happened," it was like it was stuff where people were like, "Oh, like is he getting abused at home?" And it's just people are just so fucking retarded. Like it's like now I have to try and live in a society where I can't get or do anything because if I leave the house and I try to like go to work or something, right? It's like my body can't handle that shit. All this retarded ass, oh, work 70 hours a week just to get enough to survive. But we'll give some fucking retard who just makes videos doing some dumb shit millions of dollars. Like, it's like y'all don't give a fuck about anything. Y'all are literally the worst thing to ever exist. People, y'all are the worst thing to ever fucking exist. And it's just that I'm annoyed because man, it's like there wasn't anything wrong with me. Right, I hit my head, and there's so many studies out there, so many understandings on people who've had concussions, all this shit. But I still just ended up in a mental hospital taking pills. And then it was like I was in these places right? One of them, like, they didn't feed me, right? Like, I remember being in a room for like a whole 2 weeks. I literally almost died in the fucking room. And oh, it's like, this just act like that didn't happen. And it's like, it's just like, y'all are literal fucking garbage. And it's like, there's all this stuff. People do it. People just act like it doesn't exist. People just fucking pretend like it's okay. In reality, life doesn't have to be that way, right? Like, life doesn't have to be this way where you just get used for what society wants. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. But I was trying not to talk about that stuff because it's annoying. It's not upsetting. It's fucking annoying because you can't do anything to change it. You as a person alone, you can't do it. Like, just all these people out here, Logan, Jake Paul, PewDiePie, all these fucking people who they do nothing and make money. And it's like the reason why I say to all these different people, the actors, all these people, the reason I say they do nothing and they make money is because what they've done gets recorded. And then you watch it, you could literally watch it with them. It's just like, why are you able to make millions of dollars doing like stupid fucking shit? And then you have people who work, and then you have school where you're not teaching people like, oh, you don't have to fucking work at McDonald's for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Like, you could take some of that money, and they're like really simple classes that cost like what, $50? Like it's so stupid that this whole society is just about using people and brainwashing people and all this shit. And then y'all act like, oh, like, life is hard. Like, no, the fuck it's not. Life is the easiest fucking thing to ever fucking exist. All you do is eat, sleep, fuck somebody, and then you continue life. You don't just complicate shit. You make shit hard. You make shit difficult for no fucking reason. And on a regular basis, I don't have anyone to talk to. I don't have anything to fucking do. And I got all these doctors years ago like, oh, you wouldn't be alive. Why didn't you just fucking let me die? Oh, because you could make some money off of putting some fucking shit in my chest. Like, just fucking annoying. And it's like, I had a whole bunch of doctors. And I told them, I don't want this. I don't want it. There's not a single point where I told them that I wanted it. Right? It was like a whole month. Like, my mom, my dad act like they gave a shit. You know what my dad is now? Fucking Guyana. He left. He doesn't give a shit. You know what my mom is? She moved out of this fucking house. And I have to fucking sit here with this shit in my chest for what? For family to be around and care? Where the fuck y'all at? All these stupid fucking people. Y'all pretend like y'all give a shit about stuff. Y'all act like y'all give a shit about anything. Y'all pretend like people need to give a shit about things. And then when there's shit that you can actually give a shit about, you don't even fucking comprehend it. Because you don't know how to give a shit about anything. Right? It's like I had people telling me that I was a fucking sociopath when I was fucking 14. Because I was telling him that I don't really talk to people a lot in school. And then I only talk to people when I feel like the conversation's worth something. He's like, I lived in neighborhoods where people literally got fucking killed sometimes. Fucking Highland Parks, Highland Brooks, where the fuck that dumbass fucking place was called. Right? Like, there was people fucking literal head got run over by a fucking police car. People fucking shot up. Like, one time I took out the trash, I remember seeing someone get shot at. I was like, what, 9? I remember one time got off the school bus, dude got shot in the leg. Literally, just shot in the fucking leg. The dude was like, oh, you said something about my sister? I remember the exact same fucking words. Shot him. So of course, I fucking only talked to people when it felt necessary, when it felt like there was a point. You know what happened later on? That same dumb fucking person named Gabriel in Crescent Pines, he got caught in a room with some young girl. Right, like we heard moaning and shit. It's like y'all play too many fucking games in this dumbass fucking world for no fucking reason at all. And I have like ideas of things, right? I wanna like just make movies and shit. Just make shit up. Cause I don't really give a shit. All the things that happen. Why does any of that shit matter? I don't understand. Why when I go get a job, why is it more important that I had been in a mental hospital? No context is required to be like, no, you can't have a job here. What the fuck am I supposed to do to get money? To do shit? Society literally just says, fucking kill yourself. That's literally it. Because there's so many possibilities to make life just better, easier, simpler, more available. And you you just choose not to. You pretend like you can't. Like it's not monetizable. But Blizzard games can just touch girls.